Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for April 3, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, tensions remain high in the Middle East as Israeli airstrikes continue to target Shiite areas in Lebanon, sparking fears of sectarian strife. The international community is calling for restraint and a peaceful resolution to the crisis. In West Africa, Burkina Faso's military leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, has stated that his country must forget about democracy, citing the need for a unique approach to governance. This move has sparked controversy and concerns over human rights. Lastly, we're seeing escalating tensions between Iran and other countries in the region, with former Iranian nuclear negotiator Mohammad Zarif suggesting that Iran should offer to place limits on its nuclear program in exchange for an end to all sanctions. We'll be keeping a close eye on these developments and providing further analysis and updates as the situation unfolds. And as always, we urge all parties involved to prioritize diplomacy and work towards peaceful resolutions that respect the rights and dignity of all individuals affected by these conflicts. And that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and Nanshal and know it's right now. Firstly, concerns are growing over potential violations of international law in the ongoing conflict between the U.S., Israel, and Iran. Over 100 experts on international law have signed an open letter expressing profound concern about serious breaches of international law by all parties involved, including alarming rhetoric and incidents that have resulted in civilian casualties. Secondly, we're following a developing story in Ukraine, where President Volodymyr Zelensky is urging lawmakers to pass key legislation to unlock critical funding for the country's war efforts against Russia. The Ukrainian parliament is scheduled to meet on April 10th to discuss the legislation, but there are concerns about potential gridlock due to tensions between the government and parliament. Lastly, we reported earlier on the growing concerns over the conflict between the U.S., Israel, and Iran, as well as the situation in Ukraine. We also touched on the topic of international law and its importance in protecting civilians during conflicts. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we urge all parties involved to prioritize the protection of civilians and adhere to international humanitarian law. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We've been following two significant stories from around the world. Firstly, the U.S. labor market has shown remarkable resilience in the face of global uncertainty, with a substantial increase of 500 new positions added in March. This growth has led to a decrease in expectations for a Federal Reserve rate cut this year, resulting in higher yields on 2-year and 10-year Treasury notes. Meanwhile, Cuba has announced a sweeping pardon, releasing over 1,000 prisoners who have demonstrated good conduct or face chronic health issues. This move is seen as a humanitarian gesture during a period of intense geopolitical tension. The Cuban government has also signaled a potential shift in its policy towards the U.S., with Deputy Foreign Minister Josefina Vidal indicating that the island is now open to American participation in its economic development. Additionally, we've been tracking the banking sector, which has declined due to global events and domestic factors. Despite this, brokerage houses remain optimistic about the sector's long-term prospects, recommending stocks such as HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and Kotak Bank due to their strong fundamentals and growth prospects. As we navigate these complex stories, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and stay informed. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we looked at the remarkable legacy of Apple, a company that has been redefining personal computing for decades. As they celebrate their 50th anniversary, it's clear that their impact extends far beyond the tech industry itself, shaping our relationship with technology and making it more accessible and intuitive. We also explored the recent cyber attack on the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, Italy, which serves as a poignant reminder of the increasingly complex relationship between technology and the preservation of cultural heritage. The gallery's swift response and transparent communication demonstrate a commitment to protecting both its physical and digital assets. Lastly, we discussed NASA's Artemis II mission, which has successfully launched, marking a significant step towards returning humans to the moon. As we celebrate these achievements, we're reminded of the challenges that lie ahead, from space exploration to cyber threats, and the need for innovative solutions to navigate this complex landscape. Join us next time on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast as we continue to explore and celebrate the wonders of our interconnected world. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We've seen exciting matches and surprises across the board, with teams like Rutgers Scarlet Knights showcasing their young talent and promising future. The Creighton Blue Jays are once again demonstrating their offensive prowess under Coach McDermott, while West Virginia Mountaineers are gearing up for a clash of styles in their upcoming semifinal match. Michigan Wolverines took on Arizona Wildcats, with the Sportsline model predicting a low-scoring game. We'll have to wait and see how that one plays out. Meanwhile, Oklahoma Sooners and Baylor Bears are preparing for their own semifinal matchup after close calls and dominant performances in their previous games. As we move forward in the tournament, roster changes and transfers are making headlines. The transfer portal is set to open soon, which could lead to significant shifts in team dynamics across the league. Coaches like Tom Izzo are reflecting on their career choices, highlighting the passion and commitment that define college basketball. That's a wrap for tonight's summary. Tune in tomorrow for more updates, analysis, and stories from the world of sports. This is Howard, signing off for the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we traveled to Russia, where train derailment in the small town of Ulyanovsk left dozens injured. Despite the challenges they face, the residents of Ulyanovsk showed remarkable resilience and community spirit, reminding us of the strength and determination found in small towns around the globe. Next, we took you on a journey to the heart of Russia's countryside, where we explored the rolling hills and vast plains, and discovered the unique stories of tiny villages that dot the landscape. This trip highlighted the importance of preserving the character and charm of small towns, where community and tradition are still alive and well. Finally, we shed light on a critical issue affecting us all: the presence of microplastics in our drinking water. The Environmental Protection Agency has taken a significant step towards regulating these tiny particles, which have been detected in human organs, blood, and even the placenta. We'll continue to follow this story closely, providing updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we dove into the world of art and cinema with Steven Soderbergh's latest film, The Christophers. This thought-provoking movie explores the intersection of art, criticism, and identity, featuring a stellar performance by Ian McKellen. Our analysis suggests that Soderbergh's unique approach to filmmaking is a strength, allowing him to tackle complex subjects with ease and sophistication. Next, we shone the spotlight on Swedish pop sensation, Zara Larsson, who's been making waves in the music industry with her unique sound and unapologetic style. With a string of hit singles under her belt and a bold stage presence, Larsson is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in pop music. And finally, we also explored the world of entertainment with a fascinating story about the latest developments in the art of criticism and creation. From the unexpected bond between a young artist and the queer artist in the twilight of his career, to the nuances of artistic identity and criticism, our stories this week have been all about exploring the intricacies of human connection and creative expression. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we delved into the mysterious world of offshore wind development in the Gulf of Mexico, where the Biden administration's push for renewable energy has met resistance from local communities and stakeholders. The debate surrounding this issue underscores the challenges of balancing economic development, environmental protection, and energy policy. Next, we explored the enigmatic realm of permafrost land systems in northern environments, where a recent study revealed the alarming rate of thaw and its far-reaching consequences for climate change. The research emphasizes the importance of understanding these complex systems to predict and mitigate the effects of climate change. Lastly, we ventured into the unknown, exploring the stories and perspectives of those who claim to have encountered the unexplained. By listening to their tales, we may uncover a deeper truth about human nature and our place within the natural world. These stories remind us that our planet is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and it's essential that we continue to explore, research, and collaborate to address the pressing issues of our time. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Atenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.